What's up guys, Knoxtra here, recording another video. This time unfortunately it is a post recording. The audio got messed up the first time I recorded this video, so I figured since I had the ability to re-record the audio for it, I could just post record or post narrate the battle. So I don't even have my side of the battle, I have my opponent's side of the battle. He saved the replay, I didn't save the replay, so that's basically how that went. Yeah, so anyway, if you look at his team, from the team that I discussed in the team analysis video, if you look at his team, you'll see it's not, well, I mean, there's 4 of the mons are the same as what I called it, but he didn't bring the Electivire for some reason. And he didn't bring the, what's the other thing? The Gyarados, which I can see. He brought the Togekiss instead of the Gyarados. I can see he wanted Defog, which is somewhat understandable. I did actually bring the Stealth Rock, so I can get that. But yeah, so looking at his team, Raikou completely wrecks it. And honestly, looking back on it, if I had just set up a Tail Glow turn 1 and Baton passed into Raikou, I probably could have just completely won the battle, turn 1, but I didn't want to do that because of the Whimsicott. Well actually yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't have been able to because of the Whimsicott, because I would have had to Tail Glow to outspeed the Whimsicott and not get Encored on the second turn. But then I wouldn't be Baton passing any Tail Glow, so yeah, never mind, forget that. But yeah, so I didn't lead with the Volbeat. I was thinking about it for a little while, but I decided not to, and I led with Bennett, as I said I would in the team builder, the team analysis video, or whatever you want to call it. So I lead with the Creepypasta as he leads with the Bronzong, as I expected. I get the first turn Mega Evolution off without needing to run Protect, and I go for the taunt. Which blocks his Stealth Rocks, which is great. So for the second turn, you can see I went for the Will-O-Wisp, and I was debating for a while. I was thinking, well, maybe he'll go into the Whimsicott now, but I figured I might as well not double taunt and go for the Will-O-Wisp just in case. And it turns out that he didn't. He did not switch. So the Will-O-Wisp was a good play, and it'll come in handy later on, as you'll see. So I'm glad that I went for this Will-O-Wisp. I go for the Will-O-Wisp. I actually land the Will-O-Wisp, which is great. And he goes for the Gyro Ball, which does literally nothing. So I know now that since that did so little, he's not going to stay in. So I go for the double taunt now, and he does go into the Whimsicott, just as I expected. So now I've got all of the momentum in the world, and I just kind of throw it away in this turn. I figured, hey, his Whimsicott's taunted now, I might as well go into Volbeat now and see what happens. Not expecting this to happen, he goes for the Moonblast and it does 75%, and he gets the special attack drop. If he didn't get that special attack drop, I would have just won with Raikou. I would have stayed in, I would have went for the Tailwind, he would have switched out probably, or he would have kept using the Moon Glow. Either way, it wouldn't have mattered as long as he didn't get the special attack drop. I would have went for the Tail Glow, and then I would have Baton passed into Raikou and swept him straight up. But that did not happen because he got the special attack drop. I figured, I better not stay in, I might need this thing later. So I switch out into, you'll see, I switch out into Victini because I resist both of his stabs with my fire typing. Praying he doesn't have Shadow Ball or go for the Shadow Ball. Yeah, so I'm in against a Togekiss with my Victini. I'm thinking, hey, I could recreate, and I actually might. I don't know if I recreate this turn. I don't think I do. I see a Bronzong that can take Recreates, I see a Slowbro that can take Recreates, so I figure, hey, why not just go for the Volt Strike? it's gonna be super effective against this Togekiss, and it's gonna do a hell of a lot of damage. So here we go. Volt Strike does 74%, and he goes for the Nasty Plot. Now, I imagine probably that this Togekiss was a physically defensive Nasty Plot Baton Pass into the Gengar, which would have seriously put in work. Like, thinking back on it, that's really scary. I'm glad that I decided to go for the Volt Strike instead of the V-Create. I'm sure he EV'd himself to maybe survive 2 V-Creates. But yeah, so I go for the Volt Strike, and it does enough, and he has to switch out unless he wants it to die. So he goes out into the Bronzong, and you'll see here it does 36%. So I can't actually see how much HP he's got left because, yeah, so 58% left. I should, well, whatever. It does 36% and it has 58% left, so that means that I can 2-hit KO. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I can 2-hit KO, but then he gets burned. So, yeah, so he gets brought down to 46%. He goes for the Protect for some strange reason. He gets a little bit of lefties, and then he gets brought down further. And I go for the Volt Strike. And he gets the Rocks up, which doesn't matter by this point. And he dies from the burn. So right now, the only kill on both sides of the field, either side of the field, is Mega Banet. Mega Banet. Mega Banet's getting kills, man. He's got 2 kills. He's tied with Goodra for the most kills on my team right now. And I think he's like top 10. They're both top 10, I think. Maybe not after this battle, but you'll see why that is. You're really gonna see why that is pretty soon. Okay, so Volt Strike. He switches into the Whimsicott. It's like, I mean, I could stay in if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to. So I go out into Hank, figuring, well, like, who else could I have went into? Not Manaphy. I could have went into, like, I couldn't have went into Banet. I would have just got Encore, and I couldn't have went into Volbeat. I could have went into the Raikou, but I wanted to save it just in case I needed it later. So I went into Hank, considering he doesn't have Electivire. He doesn't really do much. I'm thinking, hey, I might as well go for the Stone Edge because it'll hit pretty much whatever he wants to send in here. I could go for the Rapid Spin, but then it'll probably send in the Gengar. And then I'm figuring, hey, maybe I could miss, or maybe he could do something else. Actually, I don't really know why I didn't go for the Stone Edge, but I sure am glad that I didn't. I went for the Stealth Rocks on this turn. So she actually switches out, as you'll see. I think I didn't want to miss the Stone Edge on the Gengar, but he doesn't actually go into the Gengar. He goes into the Slowbro, and I get the Stealth Rocks up. And I'm thinking, oh man, I kind of expected this to happen. Good thing I have Manaphy. So I switch out into Manaphy. I don't lose very much HP, and he goes for the Calm Mind, kind of as I expected, as I said in the team analysis. I can take hits for days from the Slowbro, so I go for the Tail Glow, okay? I go for the Tail Glow. I know at +3 I'll be able to beat him. He goes for the Thunder Wave, and I'm thinking, my speed doesn't matter much. As long as I can beat the Slowbro, it doesn't matter. He goes for another Calm Mind as I get parried, okay? And he goes for another Calm Mind as I get parried. So I'm thinking, oh man, now I have to set up another Tail Glow. So he goes for another Calm Mind, and I get parried again. So I'm thinking, oh man, I really need this other Tail Glow. So he goes for the Scald. I go for the Tail Glow. I finally don't get parried. I have 1 turn to kill him, and I would be able to, except I get parried. So now this next set of events is a bad play on both of our parts. I go for Creepypasta, obviously, as I would, because it's my only chance of killing the Slowbro. So I go for the Destiny Bond first turn. I could have went for the Taunt. I was considering the Taunt, but I figured, hey, He's a big enough threat that I can't not go for Destiny Bond first turn. If I lose Creepypasta, I just lose in general. So, Slowbro goes for the Scald, kills me, and dies. Thank Lord. If I didn't kill him then, I would have lost. Period. What do I have to take on the Slowbro? Nothing. So, we were talking it over a little bit, and the optimal play would have been Thunder Wave and hoping for Perez or whatever, but he did not do that. So I won. Hooray for me! Yay! Or, well, I won the face-off between the two Megas. Essentially, he killed me, but now my Mega Bayonet has 3 kills overall in the season. Only 2 in this battle, and his Mega Slowbro has 2 kills. Okay, so I send in Victory, I get some Stealth Rock damage, but I'm thinking, hey, look at what he's got left. Togekiss that essentially dies to rocks. Mon that's weak to a Mon that's weak to fire in Whimsicott. He's got Hitmonchan, which has pretty much no defense, and he's got Gengar with pretty much no defense, and there's rocks up. So I'm thinking, hey, why not go into Victini and get my free kill? So he goes for the Mach Punch, it does virtually nothing. I go for the V-Crate and he dies. So now I'm up for 3, and Victini now has 2 kills overall in the season, 1 kill in this battle, to go along with Mega Bayonet's kills. He goes out into the Gengar, and I don't want Victory to die because preserve differential or whatever. I have a counter to this thing, so I go out into the Raikou, and he goes for the Shadow Ball, and it doesn't do much. It doesn't do much at all. Okay, so I go for the Shadow Ball just for damage. You know, it'll OHKO. Well, I don't know if it'd OHKO this thing, but it would do a lot to this thing. And he actually switches out into the Whimsicott, and I'm so happy for this. I mean, it doesn't matter. I do 46%, and I guess he'd be at 48, so it'd be a roll if I wanted to go for the Shadow Ball again. So maybe it did matter, thinking about it. But, so I have Hidden Power Poison on this Raikou, in case you didn't watch the team analysis video. And I'm thinking, this thing's not going to switch out. He's got a Togekiss, which is actually weak to Hidden Power Poison now that I think about it. And he's got a Gengar, which, I mean, he just switched out of. There's no way. So I stay in and I go for the Hidden Power Poison. I guess he's probably expecting me to switch because I can't touch him or something. I don't know. But either way, I go for the Hidden Power Poison, and that's a dead Whimsicott. So now it's just all up to Snarf to clean up the battle. Go for the Shadow Ball, kill the Gengar, which would have also killed the Togekiss because once it's brought in against the rocks, it's at 7%. So, goodbye Togekiss. And there we go. Raikou's now my top contender because, well, it's got a 3-0, so it'd be better than Bennett even if, but direct kills and indirect kills are counted differently in this league. So Bennett has 3 indirect kills in a burn kill and 2 Destiny Bond kills, while Snarf has 3 direct kills because they're direct kills. Yeah, so I'm so glad that this Raikou paid off. Oh my lord, this Raikou put in so much work. Raikou. I love Raikou. As I said in that whatever video that I pulled the Raikou in the blister opening, I love Raikou. Raikou's one of my favorite Pokemon, and it just puts in work. As you can see here, it did exactly what I wanted it to do. But anyway, this has been Knoxtra. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry for the post commentary. I'll do my best to remember not to do the same thing next week. Mistakes happen, but at least this time I could fix the mistake by watching a re-recording of the video. But anyway, I think I already said my outro, but I don't know. This has been Knoxtra. See you guys later. Be sure to like the video if you liked the video, and subscribe if you'd like to see the rest of my battles. So far we're 2-0, and I'd like to keep it that way. I looked at the matchup we have next week already, and I've been toying with a few mons to bring. I don't know, it takes me a long time to decide on the mons and the builds that I want to bring, but it is gonna be a tough match. This guy's team is actually ridiculous. He's got Stoutland, Tyranitar, Sandrush, Destruction. He's got Aromatisse, Registeel, and Cofagrigus, as well as Arcanine and Landorus. So he's got 3 Intimidators in Landorus, Arcanine, and Stoutland, and he's got so much RU bulk, it's ridiculous. He's got Mega Sceptile for speed. He's got, oh my goodness, he's got Crobat. Whew. I don't know. I'll talk about his team in more detail when I do finally build the team, but it is not going to be easy. Anyway, sorry for the little ramble there. Bye!